Welcome to every movie I've ever seen. Today, the movie that I'm going to be talking about is Attack of the Puppet People. Now, as you can tell from the title, this is a black and white B movie. A lot of these B movies have of the titles: Attack of the, Return of the, Revenge of the, Night of the, Rise of the, Dawn of the, War of the, Planet of the. You know, you get the gist. Uh, Now this movie, Attack of the Puppet People, the title might not be 100% accurate because they're not really puppet people and they don't really attack. They more escape. So I mean, you could call it Escape of the Puppet People, which doesn't sound as exciting. But again, they're not puppet people, so you'd say Escape of the Doll People, which would probably be the most accurate title. And Escape of the is still a B movie esque title. It could still potentially be as exciting, but an Attack of the is always classic. You know, Attack of the 50-Foot Woman, Attack of the Giant, whatever. Now, Attack of the Puppet People, you know, it was okay. There's not much to say about it. It's a classic B movie. Uh, you know, there are definitely better B movies out there, and I'm sure there's definitely been some worse B movies out there. I haven't seen those, thankfully. But now, Attack of the Puppet People, like I said, they're not really puppet people. They're more doll people. They're really just shrunken down people because there's this lonely old doll maker. Like I said, is just lonely. And so he kidnaps people and shrinks them down with his shrink machine ray that he's created because of science. And, you know, he shrinks them down and he just uses them to hang out with him or whatever. And most of the people, they honestly seem pretty chill about the situation. There's like a group of them that have been shrunk down, and the people who have been shrunk down for a while, they seem pretty chill about it, and then the new people come along and they're like, this is weird, I'm not okay with this, we need to escape and get big again and turn this guy into the cops. And then that's pretty much what happens, you know. They escape, they come up with this scheme, you know, rappelling down where they are, and I think they go to the theater where they're like putting on a puppet show for him. So it is kind of puppet-esque because I think he puts on like a little puppet show and attaches strings to them and have them do something. I don't know. I just watched Being John Malkovich. I don't know how accurate that is. But then, you know, eventually they escape and they alert the cops, and the cops, I think, arrest the guy, or maybe he just dies. I don't know. But yeah, the movie, you know, like I said, it was okay. A lot of the effects were decent. You know, the big sets and a lot of perspective stuff. There might have been a little bit computer, not really computer, but you know, like splicing images or whatnot. Early CGI. I don't know how exactly it was done, but you do see it sometimes. Like if there was like a ghost walking through somebody, or you know, the classic stuff of having the same actor twice in a frame. I know that's done with a lot of like splicing and photo editing, whatever. But yeah, you know, there's not a whole lot to say about the movie. It's pretty standard, and this is definitely one that, you know, they're a dime a dozen, these B movies. There've been a lot of them. I know there was some type of, I know this was banking off the success of an earlier shrunking down movie. I don't remember what it was, but then it's also kind of Dr. Cyclops came out before this, and there's a little bit of that in there. I feel like it's an invasion of the something, you know, Invasion of the Tiny People or something, but that couldn't possibly be the title. But there was some earlier shrunken down movie that came out before this that has, you know, has the influences of this, because it's kind of like banking off the earlier success of this, of earlier movies. with the whole shrunken down thing. But yeah, it was fine. It was okay. Uh, I suppose it holds up today. I don't know. It's always tough. It's always tough to say. It it wouldn't hold up in regards to sci-fi movies. B movies, they don't usually go too heavy into the science of it. He's got a shrink ray. He just has one, and it just works, and that's it. But yeah, and that's all there is to say about Attack of the Puppet People.